All right, team, leg day. So we have 30 minutes together, legs 30 seconds, no repeats. So I'm excited. You don't need any equipment, but if you wanted to hold weights, you certainly could. We will be using a mat, we'll be using a wall and your body. That's all you need. And then we start right off the bat with our 30 seconds squatting down and up. Feet are hip width apart, drop and lift. Shoulders are down and back. Abdominals nice and strong. So again, let me turn the music up a little bit for you. We are using our royalty-free music. So this workout is very easy to just do in charades fashion. So if you want to mute the TV and listen to your own music, go for it. I support that. Otherwise, we're just gonna scroll through and then pulse down. Draw your abdominals in nice and tight so you're intentionally dropping from the hips instead of dropping here. So you want to watch that your hips are coming down, your chest is staying lifted, warming up the legs. We're going to do some wall sit exercise positions. If you don't have a wall, you would just do the same isometric hold in your spot where you are. All right, team. Now take it out nice and wide, singles down, nut. So when you come into that plie squat, your chest is balanced right over the hips, your shoulders and ribs and hips are stacked, and we just want to watch that we're not tilting the body forward. Lift up tall. Today pairs perfectly with the cardio that we did. You can also mix and match later on when we have the arms and the abs to all work with, and pulse down. You can put these together in little 30-minute increments or just hit little supersets. So you can add this to a run outside or a hike, all good. Squeezing your glutes, pressing your hips forward. I'm afraid to make that too loud because it starts to go a little crazy, as we know. Chest up. And now we're going to take that left hand, reach it down to the right. So you drop it over and lift. Now, I could make that shallow. I could go nice and low into that. Your pace could be different. Again, my legs are short, so it doesn't take me long to get down to the ground, but you could choose to slow it down or go smaller. All good. All right, team, now check it. You're going to lunge one time to the side and then one down and up. So you come over and then down and up. Over and squat. Over and squat. Abs pulled in, so strong. And lunge to the left. So you come to the other side, down and up. Your left toes are turned out. Choose your range of motion. Squeeze that left glute. Ba-bum. All right, team, one lunge, one squat. One lunge, one squat. And lunge. Ooh. Chest comes up nice and tall in the center. One more. All right, team, now in the center, come down with the right knee. Drop. So now you have your feet hip width apart. Drop it, lift it, drop it, lift it. Squeeze that left glute. I can go smaller. I can go slower. You find what serves you, it's all good. Now pulse down, 3, we go 3, 2, 1, and lift. 3, 2, 1, and lift. bum, bum. Squeeze that left glute. Now watch your right foot, team. So we come out, narrow, out, knee up. Out, narrow, out, knee up. Out, narrow, out, knee up. Your left leg should feel so good. One more. All right, team, check it out. Now you're going to take it down and then knee lift. So you side lunge and then lift up. Right toes are turned out. The higher you lift that left or that right knee, the tighter the abdominals will have to contract. One more. Now stand on that left leg and pulse your right leg out. Find your balance nice and strong. Trying to keep your body lifted so that we're not tilting over to the left. Lift up, lift the crown of the head towards the ceiling. You can choose the height of this right leg to where you go small with your movement, but to the maximum height of that contraction. Squeeze the navel to spine. And take it front. Cinch that left glute. We lean back just a touch to get that nice strong contraction through the gluteus maximus. Then we're going to tip forward and bring it into a back leg lift. All right, team. Engage the abdominals just a little bit tighter. Roll those shoulders back and down. And then we tip at the hip, take that right leg to the back wall, and then pulse up. So right now, your right leg is straight, and you're reaching it back behind you so that you have that nice, strong, intentional lift right here. And then we go into a repeater knee. Now when we do an isolated leg work piece, if you need to go from foot to foot and then come back to that leg, come back from side to side, change it up as you need. It may be too long for you to be on your left foot. Just make sure you do the same thing when we hit the other side. All right, team. Right leg, tap it out, out. So I'm trying to not put it down in the middle. So you're here, tap, tap. Keep this in a single leg squat. Ooh. Do-do. Straight back, straight back. Tap the floor back there. So different than that repeater, you tap it, tap it, tap it, push off the ball of the foot. Our last one is going to be a little diagonal across the backside. All right, team, take that right leg, push off, push off. Ooh. Get ready, Chie. We're going to go into that Brazilian. Abdominals tight and strong the whole time. We're in a hinge, which means we have that gravity load on our abs and on our back. Make sure it's not just going all to the back. All right, team, now drop it low. You have your weight loaded in this left foot. Digging into the left heel, your right knee is dropping low to the ground. I could do the same thing here. I just don't want to be back here. I'm leaning in so that I'm going into that front leg for that work. Now, take it a diagonal behind and hold. See how low you can drop that right knee and see if you can lift your left toes. Same thing here, team. If you have a chair, you could hold on to a chair. You find your gravity load, how it serves you today. And then we're getting ready to take it over and back. All right, friends, over and back. Right here, take it over. Dropping that right knee makes a big difference. All right, team, now we come into a Hungarian lunge. Lunge down, lift your knee. Lunge down, lift your knee. So you drop that right knee now, you're balancing and coming up nice and tall. Drop it, lift it. Drop it, lift it. Squeeze that left glute. Ah, strong. All right, team. Now pulse down 3. So we go 3, 2, 1. Squeeze and lift. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Now the final in this series is that crossover. So right now, as you're pulsing, that right leg stays put. We have that option, just like when we came from a squat, to go over and back. All right, team, check it right here. You come neutral, curtsy, neutral, center. Neutral, curtsy. Slow it down if you need. I like it. We have one more thing, then you really get to go on to the other leg. I couldn't resist. Now to finish one lunge, you come down and up, now squat, and lunge, and squat, and lunge, and squat. Your range of motion, your pace. Ooh. One more. All right, team. Down, left knee up. Same series, other leg. So I could go slower. I could go smaller. You pay attention to your movement and go to what feels right for you. Pulse 3, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, pull way up, 3, 2, lift, 3, 2, remember, we're going to move that on the next one, wide, narrow, wide. All right, team, you come out, in, and lift, out, in, and lift. This is where our music gets a little crazy. Little video game right there. Squeeze your right glute. One more. Now stand strong on that right leg. Pulse your left leg out. Find your balance. Same thing, take a look. We're trying not to lean away. Bring our body nice and upright. Woo! I don't think Hope likes the music. What is going on in there? Us too, Hopester. And then take it front. Squeeze your right glute. So that was the advantage this time. I was able to, sessions we've done in private throughout the last year plus now, I was able to put some of those in that didn't have, it has music that's better, and it isn't allowed like in every country, but it's allowed here. So you'll get some variety. I mixed and matched it so that we wouldn't have just all of these. And then tip forward, take that leg back. So you're here on this one, straight leg. I can make it less. You can make it more. You find what works for you and go from there. Your abdominals are contracted like they're in a plank. All right, right leg. And repeat that knee. Remember on this one, we don't touch down. Your right glute should start to feel so good. The shoulders want to tip forward and you're retracting those, so that's intentional that we keep our strong upper back connected with that movement. Left foot tap out. So remember, we're trying to tap out and not touch the floor. I don't know if you can see that, but you're trying to not touch the floor when you come in. If you need to, go for it. But again, it's a little bit different skill set to hesitate and come right back out. Wiggle your right toes. And straight back. Push off the ball of the foot. The lower I get with this right leg, the better it's going to feel. Our next one is that diagonal behind. And take it over.
Low and roll.
Getting ready to go into that Brazilian lunge team. Balance nice and strong. Before we go down, let's reach it right here. Hang on, right here. That'll transition into that back lunge so that your back can take a little break right here. Left toes turned down. Tighten your abs every time you come up. Strong. When we go back, friends, remember that's where you can touch down to the floor. You could lean into some furniture if you want. We just want to take power and drop it, little pulse. We want to take our weight so that it's over the front leg instead of over the back leg. That left knee drops low to the ground and you're able to wiggle your right toes. All right, team, now take it and diagonal poster. She's like, no fair, I want to be with them. That just means Grace has taken something of hers. Now, your tendency to push into the toes here is going to be high, so pull back into the heel. You'll feel more in your hamstring and your glute. Now, over and back, team, so you come wide and back, or right here. Your way, just lean into that. As we transition, see if you can drop that left knee just a little bit lower. As we transition into our Hungarian lunge, it's more upright. Your body weight comes back over that left knee. All right, team, take it down and up. Find your way. So same thing as on the other side. We start with that single. I want you to find your range of motion. This is going to be a little slower so that we can drop as low and lift as high as possible. All right, team. Now pulse down 3, 3, 2, 1. Pull up. 3, 2, 1. Say thank you, legs. Up ahead, that left leg comes back behind. All right, so we come back over and lift, back, over, strong obliques, back. Bend into your left knee, down, 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 pull up. So the last one in this series, we do 1 lunge and then 1 squat. Then we'll hit the wall. All right, team, lunge it and squat. Lunge, squat. Drop your hips, keep your chest up. When we start, one more, team. And to your wall, drop it down. Now, 3 levels. So you will wall sit. Maybe I need to be here. Invisible. I could have cheated over there. I should have stayed. We have 3 levels. Every 30 seconds, you're going to drop down. So your first one's here. Then we'll go down a little bit, 2. Down a little bit, 3. One leg, the other. Then we hit the mat. So close, team. Drop it. Tuck your belly button in. Your shoulders are pressed down, so your body wants to do that forward slouch. I want you to press your heart back into the wall. So your shoulders are back, your ribs are pressed back. It's my life. One more time, drop it. You want your legs to feel a little heat and shaking. So if it's not there, we've got to find some way else to get there. That either means getting lower. You could lift your toes. You could lift your heels. Find a way to overload your quads. Strong, intentional contraction of the abdominals and the chest. Then we're going to set the left foot on the right knee. All right, team. It's mine. That means we're inside a minute on our wall sit, friends. It's my life. Ah. And switch legs, reset your body. So as that right foot comes onto the left knee, reset, abdominals are tight, chest is up, shoulders back. When we come to our mat, we start in a side leg position. So we're inside 10 minutes. So as you come into our last few exercises together, you could always choose when we're doing our side leg lift and to your mat. Now you're on your right hip. Now if you want, we're gonna lift the bottom leg to intensify and then pulse the top. If you want, put that weight in the fold of the hamstring and the calf. today our goal is to go equipment free, just so that it's an exercise set we can do anywhere. But you could do that whole standing series with a set of weights in hand. You could do this with a weight in between that hamstring and calf. Try and drive your hips forward. All right, team, now check it right here.
Answer roll.
Tap your toes, lift your knee. Your body wants to rock back. Try and rock forward as much as you can. Yes, mine. Then from the next exercise, we invert opposite this. So now, point your toes to the ceiling. Picture that you're taking that knee down to the floor and your foot to the ceiling. Anytime you need to set that bottom leg down, go for it. Then we do one of each team. And front to back.
Answer roll.
Now, next set, straighten the top leg, just lift that top leg. But the bottom leg is still lifted. So close. The last one on this side, we lift the top leg and hold, and we pulse the bottom leg up. All right, team, hold it, pulse here.
Answer roll.
Then we flip sides. Woo. Strong gluteus medius, strong obliques. See if you can draw the navel a little tighter towards the spine. All right, team, other side. And once we're on that left hip again, just lift that left leg, bend the top, and pulse. If you want to use a weight at the fold of the hamstring and the calf, go for it. Propped up on our elbow, you can always be down on the arm, halfway, or lifted. See how high you can lift that right leg. Right toes dip down, lift.
Answer roll.
Keeping your abdominals hollowed, the bottom leg lifted is key. But again, if it feels too heavy, set it down. And then same thing, you invert this, take the knee, tip it forward, the toes come up.
Answer roll.
So you're trying to angle it so it's coming down and up, down and up, down and up. Abs tight. Keep the abdominals in so that the back doesn't start to arch. And then back to front.
Answer roll.
Now for our final minute through this series, you have that top leg straight for the first portion of the pulse, and then the bottom leg pulsing for the second portion. All right, team, lengthen it and pulse. Bottom leg still hovering. Draw the navel to spine. I could always bend this knee and set it down. I could have it bent and lifted. That's going to reduce the layer or the level of that movement, taking a layer down for that exercise. And hold the top leg up, pulse the bottom.
Interval.
Inner thigh on that bottom leg, outer thigh on the top. Our final series, team, is a bridge set. Nice and short. All right, team. Now on your back, right foot is on the floor, left foot is on the right knee, and pulse. Squeeze that right glute nice and strong. So your goal is not how high can you get. Your goal is where is that coming from? We want it to be from that right glute contracting. Hold your right glute nice and tight, lift it, and then take that left leg to the ceiling and to the knee. Home stretch, team. Good work, friends. Next exercise, you're going to take that left leg straight down and up. Now, it's a long isometric bridge for that right side. If it's too much, you can set it down. All right, friends, drop and lift.
Interval.
Now the last thing on this leg, and then it's all done, is that knee bending, bringing the foot to the opposite knee, and then straight down, comboing the last two moves. This is it on this leg. See how tight you can squeeze your right glute. All right, team, combo. Press that right hip up, up, up. And then we even up the other side, and then we're all done, team. See if you can squeeze and tighten just a little bit more. Home stretch. Lift it, lift it, lift it. And take that left foot on the floor, right foot on the left knee, and pulse. All right, team, now you know what's coming. We just even up that glute series on this side, and then we're done. It's a small little pulse, but where it matters at the very top. We don't want to be thrusting into an arched back. Your goal is that your abdominals are tight, your back is strong, and you're squeezing. Hold it up, lift that right leg, lengthen the hamstring out, reach that right foot to the ceiling, tap. Anytime if I need to set my left hip down, I can. Otherwise, we're inside 90 seconds. We got this. Now take that right leg down and up.
Interval.
See if you can squeeze this left glute just a little tighter and lift the hip a little higher. Inside a minute, friends. All right, friends, one of each. Bring it home strong. Squeeze your left glute as tight as you can. Lift that hip up. And then strong, intentional drop, lift and bend. Home stretch, strong and tight. One more. And time. Hug the knees in. Rock the knees in and out just a little bit to stretch out your lumbar spine. Big breath in. As you exhale, go ahead and roll yourselves up. Grab your feet, pull back. Now, moving forward, you can choose to either hop onto the stretching from Tuesday, the cardio from Wednesday. Otherwise, you hit it hard for 30 and then you get back to life, saying thank you, legs. Hands on the floor, hands and knees, scoop your belly in, round your back. And then flatten the back, dig your toes in, lift the tailbone, press back. Inhale. And exhale, walk your hands in. As you're dangling, whatever stress you can let go of, whether that's physical, mental, emotional, release what you don't need to hang on to. And then slowly roll all the way up. Squeeze your behind, pull your abs in, roll your shoulders back and down so your heart is lifted. Big breath in, arms up. And exhale, give yourselves a hand. Extra credit for showing up remote tonight, you guys. I appreciate you being flexible and willing to support the team even when I can't be there live. Hopefully I'm able to check in, that's my goal. But in case I am not, I really treasure the fact that you guys look out for one another. So thanks for being so incredible. I love you and I will see you soon.